Our discussion of relations starts with something called a Cartesian product. And so the way this works, if we start with two sets, A and B, then their Cartesian product, which is written A cross B, is just a set of ordered pairs whose first value comes from A and whose second value comes from the set B. Now, you should already be familiar with one example of this, although you may not have heard it phrased this way. The Cartesian plane that you've spent years now graphing things on is the set of all ordered pairs whose first value is a real number and whose second or y value is also a real number. In other words, it's the cross product of R and itself, which, and since the two sets are the same here, right, this is often abbreviated just R2. Now, to find the cross product for two finite sets, we just need to be very methodical, and we can list out the entire cross product. So, for example, here, if we start with 1 from the set A and pair it with every value one at a time from B, we get these three pairs. And then if we do the same thing with 2, we get these three. And finally, if we do this with 3, we get the remainder of the cross product. So this would be the complete cross product, all 9 ordered pairs of the two sets A and B. Right? And it's nothing really complicated here. It's a very brute force sort of approach to finding this. So this brings us to the definition of our main topic here. A relation is just a subset taken from the cross product of two sets. Right? So, for example, relating to our Cartesian plane, one relation would be the half of the plane here below the x-axis, and another relation would be the half plane here to the right of the y-axis. Now, one thing I want you to notice in particular about relations, and you can see this in this second one here, there are pairs over here that have the same x value but different y values. Now, this would have been a problem back when we were talking about functions, right? With a function, each x value has to be assigned to exactly one y value, right? It's not going to be an issue here with relations. That's absolutely allowed. Okay, now we've got the definitions down, and now we've also seen some examples. In the next lecture, we're going to look at some more examples of these relations, some that are maybe a little more interesting.